All right, so let's go to episode number 3. Episode 3 begins with 8-year-old identical twin sisters May and Osha, who somehow are no longer identical. I may have forgotten to mention that in the previous episodes. May and Osha are twins, but when they were 8 years old, they weren't identical because, you know, obviously that's how identical twins works. You're not twins until you've hit. You're not identical twins until you've hit puberty. I guess, at least in Star Wars. Anyway, so May gives off some quick serial killer vibes by force grabbing a butterfly for no apparent reason, making Osha grumpy. In comes mommy number 1, telling the no longer identical twin sisters it isn't safe. Squid Game guy peeks behind a tree. Now we get to a scene with a big lesbian witch coven. Mommy number 2, a black lady. By the way, mommy number 1 is a Zabrak. Mommy number 2 is a black human. She tells us the Force is actually called the Thread. Oh, but wait, some people call it the Force. Just not them because well, they're lesbian edgelords. Oh, I don't know. So anyway, lesbian edgelord proceeds to tell us how the Force, Force, just call it the Force. You're not creative by calling it the goddamn thread. Anyway, she tells us the Force is not a power to wield. She immediately follows that up by wielding it as a power. Mere seconds after saying it is not a power to wield. You literally can't make this shit up. And now we have reached the nadir. The lowest point in the history of the franchise. The single worst thing to ever happen, including the goddamn Christmas special in Star Wars history.
The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
So after this incessant lesbian edgelord chanting, we learn Anakin is no longer special. Osha and May, much like Anakin, are immaculate Force conceptions. Black lesbian edgelord created the twins, and mommy number 1, who is a white-skinned Zabrak, she carried them. Why are the twins not part Zabrak? Who the f knows? This show's just making up everywhere. Let's pause here for a moment. I've seen a plethora of comments from folks saying that we need to just be happy we are getting any Star Wars content at all. I'm going to debunk this volatile stupidity right now. Let's play a hypothetical. I'm a lonely virginal dweeb of a man. I can't get laid. So I haul my ass out to Taiwan and find a cheap, smelly Taiwanese pirate hooker. I pay my dues, dick it down. Turns out smelly Taiwanese pirate hooker has AIDS and has given me AIDS. Would the conversation then be, just be thankful you're getting sex? No, you rotten to the core filth. That's what this goddamn show is. It's filling me with rage. That's what this show is. Star Wars The Acolyte is that smelly Taiwanese pirate hooker, and she's given me AIDS. The show has given me AIDS. Metaphorically. I have metaphorical, smelly Taiwanese pirate hooker AIDS. God. Hashtag rant over. Let's go back to the episode. After the lesbian edgelord witch coven drop a steaming pile of shit and pirate hooker AIDS bomb all over the franchise, we get even more stupidity. Squid Game guy, Force Wookiee, Indara, and Floaty White guy have come to the lesbian coven to take Osha and May because they're Force sensitives being trained. You know, despite the theory of Jedi kidnapping children being long debunked, that's essentially what we've got here. But they also sort of ask, while not really asking at the same time. Squid Game guy says, Jedi don't take children, all while they're there literally to take the children. Osha wants to go. May doesn't. May says, you can't leave me alone. I need you here. I won't let you go. Oh God, it gets so dumb here. Osha's like, oh yeah, what you gonna do? And May in response says, I'll kill you. I will kill you. Who wrote this trash? Holy hell. You don't want her to leave you, so you're just gonna kill her. You're 8 years old and you're just gonna kill her. So May snatches the little black book that Osha was holding and she lights it on fire. And just when you thought this show couldn't get any more retarded, that little tiny flaming black book leads to the entire Coven's building in massive flames. This giant building is entirely concrete. The building is made out of giant slabs of concrete. The concrete floor on fire. The concrete walls on fire. Everything is on fire because a little tiny book got lit on fire. Everything, concrete, on fire. And it gets even dumber still than flammable concrete. So giant flames hit some fancy tech shit. Fancy tech shit blows up. Conveniently, every single member of the lesbian edgelord coven just so happened to be in a perfect little group right behind this wall where the fancy tech blows up and it blows a hole in the wall and it just flawlessly kills every single lesbian edgelord. By the way, you see everybody is in like a pristine condition. There's flame, there's concrete fire everywhere. All the bodies are, none of them are on fire or anything. They're just dead on the floor for no reason. Oh God. I don't know why they were all perfectly huddled together in this little tiny group like that. Maybe they were having some scissor orgy. I guess that sounds reasonable. So yeah, and this entire lesbian edgelord coven is killed. All of them. They're all dead. Oh, and the black mother, the black mommy edgelord, she wasn't with the group. She was like 100 feet away, but she's dead too. Every single body, they're all in pristine condition. The mom is nowhere near them, but let's have her dead too for no reason. She's dead. Let's kill her. I'm over this. I'm over this one. I'm done with episode 3. Let's go to episode 4.